Hello everyone, it's John, and if there's a bit of breeze in this video, it's because I've got the fan going. So this video is about this game called Hotspot, and it is Microgame number 15. It's a two-player game, and it was produced in 1979. Yeah. So we're about to go on very shortly. Hopefully I'll explain in a little bit of detail. So His Lordship flat out like a lizard drinking. So stay tuned for part 2. Right, let's look at it. Well, I should say hello, it is John, and today we're looking at Hotspot, which is Microgame 15. And this, of course, is brought to us by the wonderful people at Metagaming Microgame, or Metagaming, I should say. And this game was 1979. Yes, I'm getting old. So I'll get to the rules shortly. Yep, here we go. 1 mil card. And you've got to, as you can see here, you've got to cut the rest of the pieces yourself. So yeah, it's a cheap production, but then considering, I guess you paid $2.95. I really don't know what I'd have to go and have a look at what that converts to today for what its conversion capacity would be, what that would be today, but it's not a lot of money, I guess, for what you're paying. So for 1979, but then considering what my wages were back then, that was still a fair chunk of change to be spending out on a game, I suppose. But, so they were the counters. This is the high-tech map, which is it's a bit. What does it remind me of? It's very grainy. And here you go, here's Hotspot. So this is the map. And it folds out. So you've got some tables here for reference, so you don't have to go wandering anywhere. This is obviously a two-player game. And at the other end, you've got another set of charts for close infantry assault, and obviously it tells you 1979 for the game. So that shows you the that. Now, for the rules itself, nice colour. So the company's coming up, shall we say, in itself. So we have what I would say is fairly standard, another for the space gamer. So we have the standard thing at the time for gaming. We have everything numbered, so we look at the introduction, the game components, etc., going all the way down. So an introduction, which is always good, it's nice. Then we have nicely defined what the units, or what the counters do. And this is, I guess, something that normally you don't see in a lot of. I've actually put A and D, so you've got your attack and your defense actually printed, and you'll actually see that on the counters themselves. So you don't get confused, because sometimes you do when you play games, because sometimes game designers and developers like to switch things around just because they don't want to be seen as being the same as the last person to design one. So you have your game sequences. Again, we have artwork, we have explanations, displays on how movement and everything works, which is good. You know, it's what you need really for these style games for the time period. Is examples were and are critical to understanding the game, because we didn't have the internet. There was no internet. There was no way of being able to quickly find out, oh geez, I wonder how this actually plays. It's not making a lot of sense. And when you get an example of this is how it works well. And once again, 1979, no internet. This was a critical component within games that were developed at that stage. So artwork was starting to appear more often in these. When I show you some of the other games that I've got from Battle Line and that, they're all very much, or even I think, is it Advanced Squad Leader or Squad Leader? You'll find that there's very little in the way of any artwork. It's all, you know, I think if there's anything, it might just be examples of how units interact. But this is good. Again, how many, you have at least an example of what the units are. They're virtually, well, they're probably a little oversized. I suppose you could, whack this on your scanner and probably reduce it slightly to be able to produce yourself some new units, or modify them if you feel like you need to, if you like to dabble in unit creation. So really, when you look at it, the rules only go for 20 pages, and the rest, the other couple of pages, are just advertising for their own games. So look, there you go. That is Hotspot. So, oh God, I love using that word so, don't I? I'm going to have to come up with another word to use. It's obviously my go-to. Better than And I will leave you with this. Till next time, signing off, the Honourable John.